Next concept we are going to discuss, that is called the like a directive concept. What is a directive and what are the different type of directives? In Angular, what is directive first of all? The Angular directives are the element. जैसे हम लोग HTML पे element बोलते हैं या tag बोलते हैं. Element which are basically used to extend the like a power of HTML attribute. Okay, whenever we are creating any HTML element, कभी भी create करते हैं HTML element, जैसे h1 tag. Okay, h1 tag open and h1 tag close it. तो h1 tag के अंदर क्या attribute लिख सकते हैं हम लोग? What is the attribute we can write in the h1 tag? Who can say? What attribute we can write inside the h1 tag?
Style.
Style attribute we can write. Color attribute. Color is the attribute of it.
Color is property. Sorry.
We can write the style attribute. We can write the align attribute. Okay. Yes or no? So these are called the like attribute in the HTML element. Same as suppose if I'm using the image tag. What are the attribute I can use in the image tag? Source, height, width. Okay. We can use the like a alt attribute. So these are the different type of attribute we can use in the like a HTML image element. The same as in the like Angular. So when you talk about the directives, it is basically the like a which extending the functionality of attribute in the like a Angular applications, and it's going to change the behavior or appearance or layout of the like a DOM. And already I had explained about the DOM concept in the first sessions, document object model in the each and every element. And there are different types of directives in the Angular. One is called structural directive, attribute directive, component directive. How many types of directive in the Angular? 3 types: structural, attribute, component. Types of directives. Structural directive, why we are using? Any change or appearance of the DOM means element. We can add the element, we can remove the element. Okay, either we can add the element or we can remove the element. For that purpose, we are using structural directive. Attribute, change the appearance or the behavior of the DOM by modifying the attribute of the DOM element. तो हर एक element के साथ कुछ ना कुछ attribute रहता है. And if you want some certain behavior or any layout changes or the any appearance, if you want to change in your DOM element, then we are using the like a attribute element as directive. Component directives. Okay, it is nothing but we are going to present it's like a template, like a HTML page जो बोलते हैं हम लोग. And whenever we are creating the like a class, that is called the like a component directives. Okay, so these are the like a 3 types of directives: structural, attribute, and the component directives. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the like a that is called the like a structural directives. So we need to discuss it. We need to discuss the like a first directive that is called the like a structural directives. So already I told types of directive. Okay, that is structural, attribute, and component. Okay, so under the structural directive, what we are going to discuss it and what are the different type of structural directive. So first of all, the types of structural directive, that is nothing but like a ng for, ng if, and ng switch. Okay, these are the comes under the like a structural directive. The structural directive के अंदर कौन सा directive आता है? That is called the like a ng if, ng switch, and ng for. For loop concept सबको पता है, switch concept भी पता है तुम लोग को, and if statement भी पता है. Is it or not? Everyone you know in the JavaScript? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that comes under the like a structural directive. Okay. The directives always give the instruction to the DOM where we are defining the different type of element, how to place your component or how to place your business logic in the application. That's why we are using the directive. And the types of directive: component directive, structural, and attribute directive. Component directives are the main क्लास जो हम लोग लिखते हैं ना app.component.ts फाइल क्रिएट करते हैं, so that is nothing but like a component directives where we can see the like a app component class, and which is going to be like a used in the runtime, how it is going to be processed, how to create the instance matlab object, okay, and how it is going to used in the runtime. Structural directive always represent with asterisk symbol, star symbol से हम लोग represent करते हैं structural directive को. How to represent the structural directive? By using asterisk symbol through we can represent the like a structural directive. Structural directive we need to represent asterisk symbol through. Like example, asterisk ng if asterisk ng for asterisk ng switch, like this we are using it, the structural directive. The structural directive always we have to represent with star symbol. Like example ng if ng for, which comes under the like a structural directive. And attribute directive, already you guys you know the like a style attribute in the HTML, okay. Class selector you know it, so that comes under the like a attribute directive, okay, in the Angular. So that is represent with the like a ng class and ng style. How to represent the attribute directive? By using the ng class and ng style through we can represent the attribute directive. What is the difference between the attribute directive and structural directive? Attribute directive look like a normal HTML attribute. जैसे हम लोग HTML फाइल के अंदर लिखते हैं different type of attribute, src, height, weight, alt. The attribute directive it is same as the like a normal HTML attribute, and it is mainly used for data binding and event binding. If you want to bind the data with the particular element, then we have to use the like a attribute directive. Structural directive it is always start with asterisk symbol. Attribute directives only affect to the particular element, whereas structural directive affect to the whole DOM in the like a entire structure of the like a applications. Okay, DOM के अंदर क्या रहता है? Tree structure of element. Okay, the entire like a application or the entire DOM area it is going to affect it, the structural directive. And attribute directive only affect to the single HTML element. So under structural directive, we have three types of structural directive: ng for, ng switch, and the ng if. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the ng for directive. ng for, जैसे तुम लोग जावास्क्रिप्ट में लिखते हो for loop, or any other programming language use the like a for loop. Okay, like for initialization, then we write this condition, increment or decrement, we write it, curly bracket open, curly bracket close. So it is going to iterate the element till the condition is true. जब तक condition true है तब तक iteration होता रहेगा. The same as in the Angular we have a concept is called ng for directive, which is going to iterate the element till the data is present. Okay, once it will not get the data, it will be terminated and comes out it and display the some result. So in that case we are using the like a ng for directive. So let us see, we need to implement it practically. So I'm just going to create a, like a project. Ng new ng for demo. Click on yes, enter. Yes. After that, we'll move to the like a project folder by using the cd command. Okay. So here I just have to go to the ng for demo project src app, and default component is app component .ts file. So here I just have to go and declare the like a one student's array variable. Okay. Students type is the any, which will be array type, equals to this. And now I'm going to define the data here. I just have to write id and rate name with the like a Yogesh, email, that is yogesh@gmail.com, then course full stack. Okay. Same as I'm going to define few more data. Here I just have to give the comma. ID 101, 102, 103. Geeta. Yes. Priya. Geeta. Yes. Priya. Yes, it's Priya is in .NET. Yes, .NET. Geeta .NET. Okay. So like this, I have defined the data in the where component class with array form, and type is a any type. Yes, got it here. Understood how we are creating the array variables? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I want to represent the like a format with the like a bootstrap through. Okay, like a template, the output, whatever I want, that I want to implementation in the like application, that is like a using bootstrap. So if we want to install the bootstrap in your Angular application, so you have to write npm install bootstrap. क्या लिखोगे? npm install bootstrap library, you have to install it. And then after that, I want to add the bootstrap in my like a angular.json file. Okay, path. So here I need to write ng add, then I have to write ng bootstrap, slash ng bootstrap. So if you want to use the bootstrap in the Angular application, first of all, you have to install the bootstrap library, then you have to add it, okay, by using the ng add command @ng bootstrap slash ng bootstrap, and then enter. Yes. Click on yes. Now after that, you have to go in your project angular.json file. यहाँ पर जाओगे. In the angular.json file, you can see the like a path of the like a bootstrap folder file, bootstrap.min.css. Okay, तो ये path को copy करना है तुम्हें, and you have to put inside the script array variable. यहाँ पर स्क्रिप्ट के अंदर, एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ CSS यू हैव टू राइट द JS, एंड CSS फोल्डर के जगह पे JS फोल्डर लिखोगे। जब भी हम लोग bootstrap यूज करते हैं तो एक फाइल यूज करते हैं bootstrap.min.css which is the path, okay, and then another we are using bootstrap.min.js. Okay, now we need to save this file, and already we have defined the some data in the like a component class, and that I'm going to represent in the template, and template is nothing but like app.component.html. So I just have to remove this element, and I need to define the here div element, and in the div element I have to define the class. Okay, and going to define it here container. Container is a bootstrap class. Okay, and then I need to represent the like a table element. Here I just have to write class table border, table border, and then I have to define the like a t head. I need to define the tr, th, like a student ID, then student name, और क्या था, student name, email, course, student name, course, email, and then course. Okay, then to define the data we have to use the like a t body, and here we need to use the tr, and to read all the data of the array, so we have to use here asterisk ng for equals to, we need to declare the variable let stud of students, array variable का नाम students, and then we are going to define the like a 3D element, and here we are going to define the data with interpolation tag stud dot id, जैसे यहाँ पर लिखा है as it is we have to write it id name email course. Stud dot name email course. Now we need to save this file. After that we need to run it the project, so we have to write ng sort. Okay, then we have to open the browser. Just we have to type the URL http colon localhost 4200. Look it. Got the data? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So here we are using the directive that is called the like ng for directive, which is going to iterate the data till the data is present in the array variable, and our array variable name is nothing but a students, and from students we are retrieving the data and storing in the like a stud variable. Okay, and to declare the variable we are using the let keyword. Okay, we can use the let var const. Okay, and then stud.id name email and course. So this is the way we can implement the like a ng for directive to iterate the data. Okay, now in the component, हाँ tell me.
वो प्रोग्राम पूरा दिखाइए ना, स्क्रीनशॉट लेने। हो गया सर।
Done.
Yes sir.
Okay. Now here I have declared the array variable type is any. Okay. So now I want to create a class and the array variable type should be like a class. So then what should I do here? I just have to create a class student, curly bracket start. And here I'm going to define the like a ID. Type is the like a number and initial it is like a 0 initial value. Then name type will be like a string and initially it is empty. Then email type is a string and it is empty initialization. Then course type is a string initialized with like a empty, like this. And now here what I can do, instead of any I can write it here student. तो अभी किसका ऑब्जेक्ट हम लोग एरे ऑब्जेक्ट बना रहे हैं? स्टूडेंट्स का एरे ऑब्जेक्ट बना रहे हैं. तो वी आर क्रिएटिंग द क्लास दैट इज कॉल्ड द स्टूडेंट वेयर वी हैव डिफाइंड द प्रॉपर्टी. ओके, and then we are creating the student class array object here. So we are creating the array object from student class. अभी समझ में आया सबको? Yes.
Yes sir.
Okay, so we can create the object of any type. Okay, it can be class type, it can be like a any interface type, it can be like a any data types also. We can create the object which will be like a array type. We can create it. But suppose if I'm putting it here like a one more property. Okay, like for example I'm defining city and type is a string and initialize with the like a empty. Now look it, I'm getting error here. यहाँ पर error दिख रहा है मुझे?
Yes sir.
Because we have not implement the city in the array variable. That's why we are getting the like error. तुम्हारे क्लास के अंदर जितना वेरिएबल रहेगा that everything you have to define in the like a where inside the like a array variables we need to write it.
तो only
फर्स्ट वाले में सिटी मतलब
जो योगेश है उसके आगे अगर सिटी लिखेंगे, योगेश वाला जो कॉलम है उसमें अगर
प्रॉब्लम वो
सिटी
नहीं,
डालेंगे
प्रॉब्लम वो नहीं है. हमारे क्लास के अंदर कितना वेरिएबल है? 5 है. और एरे में कितना इनिशियलाइज कर रहे हैं हम लोग? 4. तो दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. तो क्लास के अंदर जितना भी प्रॉपर्टी रहेगा, जितना वेरिएबल रहेगा, एरे के अंदर उतना इनिशियलाइज होना चाहिए. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम इज गिविंग एरर हियर. अंडरस्टूड?
यस.
Okay, so here I need to be initialized with the like a city also. Okay, give the value like a, for example Vashi. Okay, same as everywhere I need to write it. सब जगह के मुझे initialize करना होगा. But if I'm not presenting in the like a HTML, should I get any error? Yes or no? HTML पे तुम प्रेजेंट करो या ना करो उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. But if you are creating the class array variable which will be like a class type, so whatever property is there, all the property you have to initialize it. But HTML पेज पे तुम दिखाओ ना दिखाओ उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Okay,